Our main story tonight concerns airplanes. It had been delivered by the manufacturer Boeing around 2 months earlier, and that's too soon for a sneaker to fall apart, let alone a multi-million-dollar aircraft.
Yeah, when it comes to Boeing and what happened, I think if you are referring to the 777X and the delay that we see.
Have you ever seen three giants walk away from their closest ally, all at the same time? That's exactly what just happened in the aviation industry, and the fallout is sending shockwaves across the globe. Emirates, KLM and Qantas, three of the world's most respected and historically loyal airlines, have publicly turned their backs on Boeing, a company that once defined the skies, and in a stunning twist, they've placed their bets, and billions of dollars, on rival Airbus instead. This isn't just about aircraft, this is about power, trust, leadership, and a company that has gone from being the gold standard in aviation to a brand some of its oldest customers can no longer depend on. Real quick, if you're into videos that cut through the noise and break things down clearly, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more people find this. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's a good time. We've got more deep dives coming your way. Also, drop a comment and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your take. Now onto the video. Boeing used to stand for something. For decades, it was a name that invoked confidence, innovation, and reliability. These weren't just customers. Emirates, KLM and Qantas were Boeing's most loyal strategic partners. And yet today, all three are walking away. Why? What happened behind the scenes? What's so fundamentally broken that these carriers, once synonymous with Boeing aircraft, are now investing their futures in Airbus? This is more than a story of business decisions. It's a sign of a shifting era in aviation, and if Boeing can't fix what's broken, it may be grounded for good. For decades, Boeing wasn't just one of the top names in aviation. It was the name, a symbol of American engineering, trust, and global dominance in the aerospace sector. Emirates, KLM, and Qantas didn't just purchase Boeing planes, they built entire strategies, fleet plans, and brand identities around them. In fact, Emirates operated the world's largest fleet of Boeing 777s. KLM boasted an all-Boeing wide-body fleet for years, and Qantas was practically inseparable from the Boeing name, especially when it came to long-haul flights across vast oceans. For these airlines, Boeing wasn't just a supplier. It was a partner, a trusted collaborator in innovation and execution. But that trust began to crumble, and it started with tragedy. The crashes of the Boeing 737 MAX in 2018 and 2019 weren't just horrific accidents. They were glaring signs that something was deeply wrong inside Boeing's operations. The loss of 346 lives across two accidents involving Lion Air Flight 610 and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 shocked the world. But what came after made things worse. Investigations revealed that Boeing had introduced a new flight control system, MCAS, without adequately training pilots or informing regulators. The findings were damning. Boeing had prioritized speed to market over safety, dismissed internal concerns, and failed to act transparently. The MCAS system, designed to help with aircraft stability, became the poster child of rushed engineering and fatal shortcuts. The fallout was swift. Regulators grounded the global 737 MAX fleet. Boeing lost billions in market value. Airline partners were left scrambling to rearrange flight schedules. But more than money was lost. Boeing's reputation took a devastating hit. What once stood for precision and trust had now become a symbol of negligence. As Boeing struggled to recover, the problems only deepened. The certification process for the 737 MAX 7 and MAX 10 faced repeated delays, caught in a web of red tape and ongoing safety checks. And then came further issues with another key aircraft, the 707X. Initially hailed as the future of long-haul flying, the 707X faced development setbacks, delays, and safety concerns. Emirates, one of the plane's most anticipated customers, waited year after year for deliveries that never came. All this added up to one conclusion for airlines: Boeing was no longer reliable. In the aviation world, timing is everything. Airlines plan years, even decades, ahead. When you're investing billions in fleet upgrades, you can't afford uncertainty. And Boeing, with its history of delays and missed promises, became a liability. This is when long-time partners began reconsidering their loyalty. Emirates, KLM and Qantas, airlines that had stuck with Boeing through decades, began quietly exploring alternatives. And what they found wasn't just a stopgap, it was a new direction entirely. As Boeing's problems mounted, Airbus stayed quiet. It delivered on time, its planes performed, and its customer relationships remained strong. The cracks in Boeing's empire weren't just operational, they were strategic, emotional, deep. The same companies that once stood beside Boeing in boardrooms and press releases were now preparing to walk away, not because of one failure, but because of many. And in the airline business, once trust is lost, there's no autopilot to get it back. For a long time, Boeing didn't just compete, it dominated. But now, the very companies that once anchored Boeing's global presence have shifted their loyalty to Airbus, and they're doing it in the most public, high-stakes way possible, by signing billion-dollar orders that reshape the future of aviation. Let's start with KLM, the national carrier of the Netherlands. For years, KLM was practically synonymous with Boeing. Its long-haul and short-haul operations were built on Boeing jets. The 737s was its workhorse. The 777 and 47 were its long-distance champions. But all that changed in a sweeping announcement that shocked industry insiders. KLM revealed plans to replace its aging widebody Boeing 737s with 50 Airbus A350-900s, a state-of-the-art aircraft known for its fuel efficiency and long-range capabilities. But that wasn't all. The Dutch airline also secured options for 40 more, bringing the potential fleet total to 90 Airbus A350s, a massive investment that signals more than just a preference shift. It's a full departure from Boeing, but KLM didn't stop there. It also made plans to replace its short-haul Boeing 737s with Airbus A321neos, a direct competitor to Boeing's 737 MAX series. Even KLM's cargo division is phasing out the iconic Boeing 747 freighters in favour of Airbus A350 freighters. This isn't just a model swap, it's a company-wide reconfiguration, turning its back on decades of Boeing loyalty. Across the globe, Qantas followed a similar path. The Australian carrier, known for some of the world's longest non-stop flights, had historically relied on Boeing for its long-haul operations. The 747 helped Qantas pioneer routes to London and Los Angeles, and the 787 Dreamliner played a key role in more recent operations. But Boeing's delays and uncertainty forced the airline to reconsider its future, and it made that future Airbus. Qantas ordered 28 Airbus A321XLRs and 20 A220-300s to modernise its domestic and regional fleet. But the boldest move came in its Project Sunrise initiative, Qantas's ambitious plan to launch non-stop flights from Sydney to London and New York. For routes that long, aircraft reliability is non-negotiable. Qantas selected 12 Airbus A350 or 1000 ULRs capable of flying ultra-long distances while maintaining fuel efficiency and passenger comfort. Boeing's long-promised 707X was originally in the running, but it simply wasn't ready. Then there's Emirates, arguably Boeing's most important customer outside the US. Emirates had long been the standard bearer of Boeing's widebody fleet, operating the largest number of Boeing 737s in the world. In fact, Emirates often favoured Boeing over Airbus, even rejecting Airbus offers in favour of expanding its Boeing lineup. That's what made its recent pivot so seismic. In 2 sweeping deals, Emirates committed to purchasing 65 Airbus A350-1000s, a stinging blow to Boeing's dominance in the Gulf region. But even more telling was the airline's rumoured interest in the A350 freighter, a direct challenge to the Boeing 777X freighter, which remains mired in development delays. With Emirates investing billions into upgrading its fleet and cargo operations, Airbus is clearly winning the airline's future vision. The scale of these shifts is hard to overstate. These aren't mid-tier airlines making marginal adjustments. These are 3 of the most prestigious, strategically important carriers in the world, rethinking their entire operational playbooks. It's not just about efficiency, it's about trust, execution, and leadership. And these deals were not made in secret. On the contrary, they were intentionally public, unveiled at global air shows, and widely reported in international media. The message was clear. Boeing had failed to deliver, and Airbus was ready to take the reins. It's one thing to lose a deal, it's another to lose a decades-long relationship that helped define your global brand. And that's exactly what Boeing is facing right now. Behind the glamorous air shows and polished press releases lies a harsh reality. Boeing is in deep crisis. And it's not one issue. It's a cascade of failures, delays, regulatory scrutiny, and a systemic collapse in internal processes. For its airline customers, the cost of continuing to depend on Boeing has become too high. Let's start with the much-hyped 777X, once considered Boeing's next big leap in long-haul aviation. Designed to replace the aging 737-300ER, and compete with Airbus's A350-1000. The 737X was meant to enter service in 2020, but in 2025, it's still not certified, and customers are running out of patience. The aircraft has faced numerous setbacks, including structural issues with its wings, software delays, and engine troubles. For Emirates, which built entire routes around the expected arrival of the 737X, the delays were more than an inconvenience. They were a financial black hole. Reports indicate that Emirates has spent upwards of $6 billion retrofitting and extending the life of its older Boeing 737s just to maintain its route network. And even that is just a temporary fix. The new aircraft, the ones that were promised years ago, remain nowhere in sight. But Boeing's issues go far beyond the 737X. The 737 MAX 7 and MAX 10, both critical updates to Boeing's short-haul portfolio, remain unapproved by regulators. Safety concerns stemming from the MCAS debacle still haunt Boeing's reputation, and the FAA has dramatically increased oversight. What used to be routine certification now drags on for years. Each additional request for information, every failed inspection, adds more uncertainty, and airlines hate uncertainty. Even the once celebrated 787 Dreamliner hasn't been spared. Originally hailed as a marvel of engineering and efficiency, the Dreamliner's production has slowed to a crawl. Boeing has had to pause deliveries multiple times due to issues ranging from improperly installed fasteners to fuselage quality concerns. These aren't minor hiccups. They require grounding aircraft, fixing problems on the production line, and delaying shipments for months, even years. And with every new delay, Boeing's credibility erodes further. Airlines are no longer just skeptical, they're publicly losing faith. The once unquestioned American aerospace titan is now subject to more headlines about regulatory probes than about innovation. But the root of Boeing's crisis isn't just mechanical, it's cultural. After the merger with McDonnell Douglas in the late 1990s, Boeing underwent a shift from engineering-led decision-making to cost-cutting corporate management. Critics argue that the company began prioritizing shareholder value over product quality, pushing engineers to meet unrealistic deadlines and tolerating corner-cutting in the name of speed. The MCAS tragedy was the clearest symptom of this cultural disease, but it wasn't the only one. Now, that culture is under the microscope. From Congress to the FAA to the general public, Boeing is being held accountable in a way it never was before. Every delay, every issue is now amplified, and rightly so. The airline industry is built on trust, and Boeing has repeatedly broken it. For Emirates, KLM and Qantas, continuing to wait simply isn't an option anymore. Delays don't just push back aircraft, they disrupt route planning, hiring, marketing, and long-term financial strategy. Airlines can't afford to bet their futures on aircraft that may or may not arrive on time, may or may not perform as promised, and may or may not meet regulatory approval. Airbus, by contrast, is seen as dependable, quiet, and precise. It's not just that Airbus is delivering planes, it's that Airbus is delivering confidence. And in aviation, that's everything. While Boeing continues to untangle itself from one crisis after another, Airbus has quietly pulled ahead and is now flying in a different league. But Airbus's rise isn't just due to Boeing's failures. It's also because Airbus has made smart, forward-thinking choices that resonate with what modern airlines actually need. Let's start with fuel efficiency, the number one priority for airlines battling fluctuating fuel prices, rising carbon taxes, and stricter emissions regulations. The Airbus A350 series delivers up to 25% better fuel efficiency than older Boeing models. In an industry where every gallon saved translates to millions of dollars, that number isn't just significant, it's transformative. What gives Airbus the edge? For one, the A350 is made of 53% composite materials, which are lighter and more durable than traditional aluminum. That's even more than the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which comes in at around 50%. These composite materials help reduce weight, increase range, and boost overall efficiency. Then there's the engine. The A350 is powered by the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB, widely regarded as one of the most reliable and fuel-efficient engines in commercial aviation. Compared to Boeing's Gen X or Trent 1000 options, the XWB offers more thrust, requires less maintenance, and supports longer flights. Exactly what Qantas needs for its Sydney to London and Sydney to New York ambitions. But Airbus's advantage isn't just technical, it's operational. Airbus has a reputation for delivering aircraft on time, consistently meeting production targets and minimising last-minute adjustments. For airlines, this means fewer surprises, smoother transitions, and more accurate planning. Environmentally, Airbus is also leading the charge. Its aircraft are built with global emissions regulations in mind, making it easier for airlines to comply with evolving climate standards. While Boeing has struggled with recalls, safety reviews, and recertifications, Airbus is checking all the boxes quietly and consistently. And let's not forget the emotional factor. In a time of volatility, Airbus has become the symbol of reliability and control. When a carrier like Emirates, known for its meticulous planning and luxury service, chooses Airbus over its longtime partner Boeing, it speaks volumes. Airlines don't make such public pivots lightly. They do it because the risk of waiting has become greater than the risk of change. From a purely strategic perspective, Airbus is doing everything right. It's investing in future platforms like the A350-2000 and rumoured A380neo, catering to ultra-long-haul and high-capacity demands. While Boeing is bogged down fixing current generation problems, Airbus is building the next generation of aircraft. Simply put, Airbus is winning because it understands the present and is preparing for the future. It's not just offering planes, it's offering confidence, consistency, and competitive advantage. For airlines staring down decades of climate regulation, shifting passenger demands, and razor-thin margins, that's a winning formula. And Boeing, once the dominant force, is now chasing a rival that isn't slowing down. When Emirates, KLM, and Qantas walked away from Boeing, they didn't just end a business relationship, they ended an era. An era where reputation alone was enough to win trust, where a handshake could secure a decade of orders, where Boeing was the unshakable king of the skies. But that era is over. In its place, a new reality has taken flight, one where trust must be earned continuously, where technical excellence, timely delivery, and strategic foresight aren't optional. They're non-negotiable. Airbus didn't win this round by being flashier or louder. It won by showing up, by executing consistently, and by understanding what the future of flight demands. It didn't just fill Boeing's gaps. It redefined what leadership in aviation looks like. The question now isn't just whether Boeing can recover. It's whether it can evolve fast enough to matter in a future it no longer controls. Because up in the air, just like down here on Earth, the clock never stops. And the sky? It doesn't wait for anyone. Once again, thanks for watching this video. If you got something out of this, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one. And hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Agree, disagree, or something in between. I'd love to hear it.